Hello everyone, welcome to week 2 of HSA 1102. This is your weekly coursework review. Again, I point out some of the pitfalls that some of the students fall into so that you don't on these assignments. So first of all, you have your weekly reading, chapters 9, 10, and 11. Chapter 9 is on body mechanics. Chapter 10 is on infection control, probably one of the most important chapters that we'll cover this term. Chapter 11 is on environmental safety. So your week 2 discussion, again, you must answer both questions. It's not an option of one or the other. It's both questions must be answered. All posts should be at least 100 words. Make sure that you are meeting that requirement. I've seen some posts come in that are not 100 words, and you will be losing points for that because it is in the instructions. My job is not just to teach you the material, but also get you ready for the workplace. And part of that is to be able to read instructions. The doctors and nurses are going to give you instructions that they expect to be followed. Make sure that you're reading the instructions. This goes with anything that we do in life. So it gets you ready for whatever profession you are going to be doing, whether it's medical assistant or medical billing encoder. All right, so the first response. Chapter 10 discusses infection control and its importance. In your own words, what is the importance of infection control in the healthcare arena? And when they say in your own words, what they mean here is based on your reading and what you found, let us know in your own words by paraphrasing what the authors have said. I don't want you to regurgitate what's in the book. I need to know what information you glean from your reading. So yes, it needs to be in your own words, but it needs to be based on your reading. So I know that you've read it and you understand it. So moving on, it also says list each element or link, then list at least one way that you can help to break each element or link in the chain of infection. So if you go to chapter 10, you will find in figure 10-3 on page 225. I just told you where to find the answer, so there's no reason why you shouldn't have exactly what I'm asking for. But every term I give this review, and every term somebody misses this. So as you can see here, each link is identified. You have your infectious agent, your reservoir host, your portal of exit, route of transmission, portal of entry, and susceptible host. Now the discussion question asks you to identify each of those links. So there they are. Then it asks you to identify at least one way of breaking each link. So if you look to the side of each link, there are several ways of breaking those links. So if you say infectious agent, one way to break it would be rapid, accurate identification of organisms. Reservoir host, one way would be employee health. And yes, washing your hands is a very important, if not one of the most important ways of breaking the links in the chain and to stop the spread of infection. But it's not the only way, as you can see by this illustration. So try to give me something other than washing your hands. Okay, with that said, you have the answer to that now. All right, and then the second response is asking you to review the most common types of healthcare hazards in Chapter 11 of your text. What does environmental safety mean? And to be honest with you, this is in the first sentence of the first paragraph of Chapter 11. Once again, just gave you the answer. In all honesty, how do you think you might react to workplace violence, such as being cursed at or spoken to in a loud, demeaning manner? Do you feel that your reaction to workplace violence is appropriate and professional? Any suggestions on how to properly respond to the workplace violence? And just to give you a heads up, in your reading, there is a section on how to properly respond. So I would like to see something that refers back to that so that I have, again, assurance that you've read the chapter and that you're understanding the chapter. And do not forget to cite the information that you're utilizing from the text. And then with that citation, you should have a corresponding reference below. And as I've said before, no title page, no separate reference page or abstract needed for your discussions. You just write the response in the discussion thread and utilize your citation and reference just below. All right, so you have a week 2 assignment. It reviews chapters 9, 10, and 11 that you read for the week. There are 10 questions. It's set up like a quiz, and you can take it as many times as you'd like. There is no time limit for this assignment, so when you earn the grade that you're happy with, then you're done. But you can keep submitting the assignment until you get that grade. Now, this is a precursor to your week 3 assignment in OSHA. So this is going to help you get ready for the week 3 assignment. The difference is in week 3, you have to score 70% or above on the OSHA assignment to pass the class. So take this assignment seriously, and it should help you with next week. In addition to that, if you scroll down, there are OSHA assignment, upcoming assignment. There are some videos that will help you with that as well. All right. So you also have a week 2 quiz. It covers chapters 9, 10, and 11. There are 20 questions. You do have 2 hours to complete it. At 2 hours, it will automatically save your test and submit it for grading. So if you're confused on a question, don't spend too much time on it. Move on. Answer the rest of the questions, then go back to the other question. And by now, you should have started your rough draft for your week 1 written assignment on the 5-step problem solving process. And you should have it pretty much, the rough draft, done. Then you should be submitting that by the end of today, Sunday, November 29th, to the OWL, the Online Writing Lab. There's a video on how to properly submit your paper and the submission form to the OWL for review. Once you've successfully submitted that paper to the OWL, you'll receive a confirmation email. They'll have 24 to 48 hours to review your paper and get it back to you. It may be 72, but I don't remember. Once they've reviewed your paper, they'll send you another email with your paper and the submission form attached with their recommendations and comments. Forward that email to me so that the attachments are still attached and I have it for grading. Review the recommended changes and the comments that the OWL made and then incorporate them into your final draft. Once you've done that and you're comfortable with your final draft, you can go ahead and come here to the end of week 2 at week 1 written assignment. You can click on this. You should have saved it to your computer in a Word document. Click on Browse Local Files. Let me find a Word document. Okay, so my biography. If I click on that, you can see that it inserted the instructor biography, and if it's the wrong one, so in this case maybe I clicked on the wrong document, I can hit do not attach and it'll take it away. But if it's the right one, leave it there. And then when you're done with all that, go ahead and click submit down in the bottom right hand corner and right here, and that will submit it for grading. I also forgot to tell you that the video for submitting your paper to the OWL is included in the announcements section. The other thing I forgot to tell you was that when you click on the written assignment, you will also see the rubric that is used to grade the assignment. So if you view the rubric, you can see exactly what you're going to be graded on. Was your paper 250 words or more? If it was, then you're proficient and you get 50. The 5-step problem solving process. I'm going to be looking for, did you identify the steps, but not only identify the steps, did you do it correctly? When you say gather information, what kind of information did you gather? Did you gather as much as possible, or did you not clearly understand that? And so I'm looking for that. Grammar and spelling, again, I will be looking for that. If you have 1 to 5 errors, it will be 5 points. If you have no errors, 10 points. And if you have more than 5 errors, 0 points. And then proof of OWL submission. This is where forwarding the email to me comes into play so that I have it for grading. If you submitted it to the OWL, 5 points. If you didn't, 0. It either is you did or you didn't. So, okay. Again, if you need anything, let me know. Have a good day.